Hello everyone, welcome to Lamar University online graduate advanced choral conducting class. The music I would like to start our first instruction video is written by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Ave Verum Corpus. As you heard, it's written in Latin. And since I have not heard your musical background, I do not know how many students completed choral conducting, class before. And some of you are coming from instrument side, so I do not know you completed choral conducting class before or not. But I just decided to choose one, neutral piece, which is not too easy but also not too complicated, and this is a perfect example. Simple but well written music by Mozart, and it's also 46 measures, so we can manage it quickly. So this is our first music to share with everyone. So the best way to lead this class is I just decide to share what I have done last 30-40 years in my career. I always believe, the first thing we need to do is score study. I just need to prepare my score before I meet my ensemble. So I just try to put as much as possible, all the informations I'm going to share with my choir. So here we go. The first thing I always do is just analyzing the music. So Mozart chose D major. So harmonic progression, and I always use blue pen. So here is a blue pen. So D major, and he's starting with a tonic, of course, and the second measure, same tonic, and then third measure, he's inviting choir in D major tonic. Okay, and the fourth measure, interesting, and it looks like this G sharp is part of some secondary harmony. So I think this is inversion of secondary harmony for dominant. So yeah, the third inversion. Okay, and then it's just becoming second harmonies, third inversion harmony, and then of course it goes to dominant, but first inversion, I think. All right, and then going back to tonic, and then dominant. All right, and then second system, tonic, and then dominant, first inversion, and then tonic, dominant, but it goes to bass moves and the piano moves around, the inversions, but just, dominant, that's enough. And then dominant. Interesting, right here, you can see another, modifying harmony right there. So I think this is for dominant, and this is G sharp, B, and D. So this is diminish, first inversion, right? And then it's becoming secondary harmony, and then and then it goes to diminished harmony right here. So this is to median diminished harmony 7, right? And then median, and then I think this is secondary harmony for dominant. So you can tell G sharp, B natural, and D natural. So this is for dominant and inversion. So all right, the way when you go to third system, I'm going to go up to measure 18, and you are going to complete it entire music later. So measure 16 goes to dominant but inversion, and then tonic, and then it looks like it's, when you look at the G sharp right there, another secondary harmony for dominant, E, G sharp, and B, and then dominant. Okay, I think that's enough to start the the music. So now what other things I am doing is I need to identify some of the notes and what those are. So let's go to measure 6, top system, second last measure. This is tonic harmony, but when you look at alto, this is not part of tonic, and this is not part of the tonic harmony. So guess what? You're right, this is suspension. So I just identify it, suspension. Okay, and then go to the second system. All right, Mozart is repeating the same musical idea right here. Same musical idea of measure 6. This is tonic chord, but alto and soprano is not part of tonic harmony. So again, this is another suspension, another suspension. All right, and then go to the middle part where you see a lot of G sharp and also E sharp as well. So this is, yes, and dominant, and the diminished chord for dominant, and right here you can see another interesting gesture. It's right here and right here as well. So you just mark it, and then similar gesture. It's not really suspension because it's in harmony, but the motion is similar to measure 6 and measure 9. So, and right there too, and right there. Then when you go to measure 17, there's another interesting point is this is um, secondary harmony, but this A natural does not belong to the secondary harmony. It's supposed to be E natural, G natural, and B natural. Or, E natural, G sharp, and B natural. So here we go. This one is another suspension. That's those are the Mozart musical idea. So I think this is enough. So when you look at the title, Ave Verum Corpus, I told you before, it's written in Latin. Well, you do not have to really know the language, but sometimes there is a very useful hint. So when you look at the words, and sometimes word goes with comma, and the comma indicates something. So I always consider that comma as a breathing spot, but here we go. Let's find out, identify the comma. So on measure 3, after ave, there is comma. On measure 6, another comma. Okay, and second system. Again, on measure 9, comma. And then you do not have any other place, but on the third system, you have period. So his first musical idea goes to measure 18. All right, so 2 measures of piano intro, and then 16 measures of choir music. Okay, good. So beginning, probably this first comma, it indicates some choice of articulation, how you're going to sing the passage. So I'm going to just skip this first comma, but I'm going to go to the measure 6. So probably this is the first place choir will breathe all together. But now, many times, unexperienced conductor will just ask choir to breathe there. And it's not really quite right information for choir members. You always need to give them specific length of breath marking. So you can say quarter rest, you can say eighth rest, but how to make that decision is really up to you. So let's go back to Mr. Mozart. Mr. Mozart put tempo marking adagio. Well, we all know it's slow, but how slow? So you need to look at other information. So you can see this alla breve, which is 2/2. So Mozart is suggesting that we need to perform this music in 2. So conductor, conduct each half note. But I saw many other conductors, they are also leading this music in 4, which means you conduct each quarter note. So let's make a decision. Since this is our first music, and we have different level of students who are taking this class, so maybe it would be safe decision for everyone. We are going to conduct each quarter note. So we'll be in 4 and quarter note equals probably 72. All right. So then now we need to make a decision. If your tempo is faster and you are going to conduct this music in 2, which is you're going to conduct each half note, maybe this measure 6, at the end of measure 6 you can do quarter note to quarter rest. But we decide to use a little slower tempo, and we're going to be in 4 conducting each quarter note. Then probably right here on measure 6 it would be safer for us and better. We're going to make this half note to dotted quarter note, and add 8th rest. Okay, and then let's go to the second system. As you see, we have another comma on measure 9. We provided 8th rest before. Probably the ensemble needs a little longer break on measure 10. So I'm going to make this whole note to dotted half note, dotted half note, dotted half note, dotted half note, and then everyone will take quarter rest. All right, so far good. So let's go to the next section where you see a lot of extensals, and advanced harmony progression by Mozart. Unfortunately, there is no comma by Mozart up to measure 18, and it's A major's music. Once again, if you're going to choose faster tempo into conducting, maybe your advanced choir can sing these A measures with one breath, but probably it will be a little too much. So let's find out where would be a perfect place to breathe. So there is breath marking written already by Mozart. So alto, tenor, bass, they're happy. But how about soprano? Are they going to sing A measures with one breath, or probably they will ask you where can we break? So when you look at the music, maybe right here in between, before soprano hits the high notes, maybe right here is a good spot too. So I'm going to make this third quarter note to 8th note and 8th rest. So lower 3 voice parts will stay with half note, fill in the measure. Soprano will take 8th rest on the 3rd beat, at the end of 3rd beat. All right. Okay, we completed harmony analysis and also breath marking. So next step is providing them direct translation of this Latin setting. And my favorite book I always refer to is written by Ron Jeffers, Translations and Annotations of Choral Repertoire, the Sacred Latin Text. And I'm going to include the screenshot for you so you can have information on Ave Verum Corpus direct translation. So this is what I do on my score. So Ave means hail. Again. And language intonation is important too, and that's what Mozart considered. And accent goes with V. So I always add this little marking on the word. So Ave, Ave, Verum, and also Corpus. And Verum means true. And Corpus, many of you already know that. Body. You know, in Texas we have city name Corpus Christi. So here we go. And the next one, natum, is bone. And when you go to second system, de is of, and Maria, Mary, and Virgine is virgin. All right, and then intonation go to natum, de Maria, and Virgine. Okay, and vere means truly. Pasum has suffered. And vere pasum, 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 pasum. Okay, and immolatum. So as you see, Mozart is lining with the the word stress. So he put stronger bit on latum. So immoratum means words sacrificed. So I need to find this place to write on. Was sacrificed. Was sacrificed. Okay, and in cruce. In is same. It's on English on, and cruce. Did you know? Cross. Okay, and then third system. Pro, it's 4. and omine. And as you know, H is silent when it comes the beginning of the word. So omine means mankind. Mankind. All right. Um, general translation will be, I always write it up top of the score. Hail, true body, born of the Virgin Mary, and then where the bere pasum starts, hard to find the place to, but here we go. Let's add it right here. Who has truly suffered was sacrificed on the cross for mortals. Here we go. We finished harmony analysis, breath marking, and also the translation. So the next step is about dynamic marking, musical interpretation. Well, Mozart didn't leave any dynamic marking on the score, but he left one musical hint. He wrote Italian word sotto voce. So probably some of you know the meaning sotto voce. It means under the voice. Under the voice. So probably we can start with piano, right? And then, we used to call messa di voce, like hairpins. We are going to make gentle crescendo to the next measure and decrescendo. And right here, you can see a little appoggiatura, gesture. He's going to use similar gestures later, but this A natural can be like appoggiatura. It's kind of, the note is not part of the harmony, but it just it makes some dissonant sound and resolve to the G sharp. So I put APP, appoggiatura. So music develops from first beat to the next measure and then decrescendo. And same things happens again. Third measure to the fourth measure, leaning on that suspension. But in this first phrase, I'm going to put gradual crescendo to measure 6, and then decrescendo And how about the next four measures? Natum de Maria Virgine. So we see our musical destination runs to the Virgine to measure 9. So I'm going to put crescendo starting from measure 7 to measure 9 and then decrescendo. And the next two measures, I see this musical gesture, music develops from here and then leaning on the next measure. So messa di voce, we call hairpin, crescendo, decrescendo. And the same thing, immolatum. And then in cruce pro homine, and there is suspension, so probably music grows from measure 15 to measure 17 and then decrescendo. So here we go. We need to decide the accompaniment dynamic, and again Mozart wrote sotto voce, which means under the voice. So starts with piano. All right, the next step, which is last step before we are going to meet choir, it's about pronunciation, diction, how to make clean and authentic Italian Latin diction. So everyone is going to use same vowel, vowel unification. So some of you already learned and completed diction classes. Congratulations. If you do not have any idea about diction, here is simple information you need to remember. So when we are going to sing in Latin, many cases in general Italian Latin, there are 5 vowels. First one is A, second E, third I, O, and U. There are 5 vowels. How we are going to unify the vowel? We simply provide them English word. When they see Latin A, father, it's a closer vowel too. When they see Latin word E, we give them F-E-D, fed. When they see I, we give them F-E-E-T, feet. When they see O, we give them the word F-O-U-G-H-T. When they see Latin word U, we give them the word F-O-O-D, food. So, if you know IPA, which is International Phonetic Alphabet. It's A, and fed is open vowel. So fed, it's open vowel. When they read Latin I, feet, which is closed vowel, like feet. When they see O, fought, IPA is open vowel, fought. When they see U, food, and this U is closed vowel. Oo, oo. Please remember these 5 vowels and English words so you are able to unify your ensemble members' vowel. Okay, so now we are able to identify the vowels. So I'm going to use IPA symbols to just identify the vowels so we can unify the vowels. So this A is like a father, and V, it has to be open vowel, and same ave, and then V is same as open vowel, and U is like food. And when you see O is F-O-U-G-H-T, so it's open vowel. Call, like a food, pause. And again, like a father, na, tum, u is like a food. And then second system, de is open vowel, e, like a fed, ma, like a father, ri, it's like a feet, it's closed vowel, mari, a, it's like a father, and v, it's closed vowel like a feet, and G, same thing, feet, ne is open vowel, and ve, same open vowel, re, open vowel, and pa, like a father, sum, it's like a food, and feet, fought, father, foot, and crew is like a food, in it's like a feet, and bottom system, crew it's like a food, che is open air, fought, and fought, feet, fed. Great. And this is the additional information, but I always identify them. There are singable consonant. We call it voiced consonant. So I put right here, voiced consonant. You can add the pitch, intonation with that consonant. So, very general and typical consonants are V, M, N, and sometimes S, and Z. So we'll find out, those consonants with the highlighter. So I'm going to highlight those singable voice consonants. So right here, V. So I'm going to highlight V. And there's another V. You can add intonation with that consonant. And here's another V. And M. M. You can add pitch with it too. M. And this S will be unvoiced S, just regular S. And there is consonant, singable consonant, voiced consonant, N. Na. And M. And second system. Here we go. The ma. Yeah, you already know this. You found it. Ma. Ria. Yes. V. You can add intonation with the consonant. Z. Ne. And yes, you're right. V. Perepasum. And this one is unvoiced S. Yes, there is M. And again, M. Im. And im. And there's another M following. Imo. And, oh, I forgot. L. This is singable consonant too. L. I just added L. So, imo. La. 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 Tum. M. N. 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 And cruce pro o mi. There's M. And the last one is N. Great, we completed our score study. Unfortunately, we are not able to have actual choir to work with, but when we are going to record our singing files, you can apply those voice consonant in your singing. I will explain more details very soon. Your assignment now is to complete score study for the remainder of Ave Verum. You can find more information from Blackboard.